What's going on, guys? So Mighty back at again with your weekly Rust skins videos, and as we can see, we've got some pretty cool looking new skins. We've got the No Mercy set continuing again as usual with the No Mercy M249 called the No Mercy LMG, which it was called the M249, but that is okay. Volcano furnace, from the first picture it doesn't look fantastic in my opinion. We've got a continuation of the Porcelain SAR. Freedom sleeping bag, continuation of that set as well. Continuation of the Jade crossbow Jade set, and a continuation of the fish set with the fish head and the fish burlap shoes. So also got the ice cream door and the nuclear box. So let's get started with the clothing. And looking at the fish head, going for only $1.35. I do see this is going to be a safe investment just because it is, one, a unique item, two, it's a meme, three, it's a burlap head wrap, and we're not going to get another one of these for probably 23 years. Plus, it is only $1.35, so it is going to be a pretty safe investment. If it gets oversaturated, then yes, obviously it's not going to perform as well because the demand for burlap head wraps really isn't that high. But at the moment, with all these new players, then there is a pretty good chance of this going above $1.35. So overall, for the fish head, I will recommend investing in it for this week. But if you are going to buy it, just check the top sellers. If it is in the top half, I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit more risky. Currently, it's the third last, so it's in a pretty safe spot at the moment to be investing in. But this is obviously day one, so things can change. Overall, though, I will recommend investing in the fish head burlap head wrap. Alright, and moving over to the Jade crossbow, going for $3.45 above center store price for the usual tools and weapons. But the Jade bow came out last week, and that is currently going for $5.44. There's only 64 quantity on the community market. I actually was expecting there to be way more than that, but I'm actually surprised that not many people have actually tried to sell them yet. But yeah, $5.44, they're easy stonks. Do I think the Jade Crossy is going to be the same? So the thing about the Jade Crossy is, with last week's Jade bow, we knew the Jade crossbow had just been made. It was already on the workshop, and we'd seen it. So that is one reason for the Jade bow to have gone up in price. And also the Jade crossbow is now out, so that's also why the Jade bow went up in price. So I don't think the Jade crossbow is going to be as successful, as basically where I'm getting at, just because, I mean, unless there's going to be another Jade weapon coming out next week, then there isn't going to be as much demand for the Jade crossbow in comparison to the Jade bow. Plus, also, people would have seen how successful the Jade bow currently has been on the community market, and so more people are going to buy the Jade Crossy in comparison. In saying that, it is currently midway in the top sellers, so it's in a pretty safe spot at the moment. Also, quite a unique looking Crossy skin. Obviously, it's just a Jade looking skin, but it is pretty standout, and there isn't actually that many other green crossbow skins that I can think of. Overall, so far, there's only 4 Jade items on the community market, and they're all pretty stonks. The other items don't really have anything to do with this Jade bow and crossbow, but the fact that they are Jade, they're obviously quite similar, so they are doing quite successfully. And overall, I do think that the Jade Crossy is going to be a pretty safe investment. So there is currently 5 pages of crossbow skins on the community market, and only around about 1.5 of those pages, in fact slightly less than that, are actually below $3.45. So I do see the Jade Crossy making you some easy money. Plus, as I said, there's no green crossbows at the moment, so this is going to be the only green crossy really besides the one-shot crossbow, which is like green and pink, but this one is obviously mainly green. So I do think that this is a standout crossbow skin, and I do think that it definitely has a pretty high potential of going up above $3.45. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Jade crossbow for this week. Alright, moving over to the No Mercy LMG. This is an M249 skin and a continuation of the No Mercy set. So going for $4.15, it is obviously above standard store price. In my opinion, is not the best thing, but the No Mercy set is a very, very successful set. So I do still see the No Mercy LMG going up in price quite easily, but I really don't think it is going to be a short-term investment unless this hype train for Rust continues, which honestly I do think it is going to die down as of today going onwards. So at the moment there is actually only 3 M249 skins below this $4.15. So I do think that is going to be a pretty safe investment. The only thing is there isn't really a crazy high demand for M249 skins. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in a lot of them. I wouldn't recommend investing in them in bulk because they're going to take ages to sell. but I do still see them being a good long-term investment, and I do still see you making money off of them. And the only way for you to actually really benefit from buying them in bulk is if you month the price totally after a long period of time. So overall, not going to recommend doing that, but I will recommend investing in the No Mercy LMG because I do think it's going to go up in price. Another note to skin creators, bad trip please. Add M249 into the name instead of LMG next time, just because the M249 skins already are hard enough to find on the community market because the Rust item type options doesn't actually have M249 in it. It's going to make it a little bit harder for the No Mercy M249, No Mercy LMG to be found, so just keep that in mind as well when you guys actually create your skin. So that goes to all skin creators, just make sure you add the item's name into the name of the skin, so that they're easier to find on the community market. Alrighty, moving over to the Porcelain SAR. This is going for $3.45 and is a continuation of the Porcelain set. So we have already had the Porcelain Revy and the Porcelain AK, and the Metal Gear has been made but has not yet been accepted. Hopefully that does get accepted, because obviously that's going to increase the price of the other items. At the moment, the AR is going for $8.63 and the Revy is going for $3.59. So both above standard store price. And I do see the Porcelain SAR also going above standard store price. In my opinion, it's a really well-made skin, but currently it is third on the top sellers. So it does have a pretty good chance of getting oversaturated on the community market. And SAR skins, in my opinion, a lot of people already have their own favorite SAR skins. So it's going to make it a little bit harder to sell the Porcelain SAR just because there is already such a wide variety of SAR skins on the community market. In saying that though, we do have 7 pages of SAR skins and only 1 page plus 1 skin are actually below $3.45. So overall your stats for actually making money on SAR skins is pretty high, although most of the quantities for those items are quite low. So just keep that in mind as well. Just keep an eye out on it throughout the week on where it is at in the top sellers, and if it doesn't remain as number 1 all week, then I do think that it's going to be a pretty safe investment. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Porcelain SAR for this week, and I really do actually like this skin. Now that I have a closer look, it looks absolutely mint. Alright, moving over to the ice cream door. This is going for $2.05, standard store price for doors. It is a wooden door skin, but I do still see a pretty decent potential in making money off of this ice cream door. Pretty much every single graffiti styled item has gone above standard store price, and I do think that that is going to be the case for this ice cream door as well. The wooden door skins don't look great on the community market at the moment because a lot of them actually got affected by the previous Twitch drops. A lot of their values actually dropped because of that, but I do see most of these recovering quite well, and I do see the ice cream door making some easy money. So overall, I will recommend investing in the ice cream door for this week, and I do think that it is going to be a safe investment, even though most of the wooden door skins are quite low on the community market at the moment. So overall, I will recommend investing in this item, and I do think it will be a safe investment for this week. Alright guys, moving over to the Freedom sleeping bag. So this is going for $3.45, and this is a continuation of the Freedom set. Currently we have had the Freedom SAR going for $3.61 and the Freedom door going for $5.06. Overall, I do see this going for above standard store price on the community market. The cheapest glowing sleeping bag is $3.24. And then the cheapest one after that is $6. So overall, I do see the Freedom sleeping bag making you some easy money. It is quite a unique looking sleeping bag. In my opinion, glow deployables are semi-pay to win, and they are quite beneficial to have. So for that reason, the demand for them will always be higher than regular non-glowing skins. And because of that, the price will obviously increase for them. Plus, a little sneak peek of this screenshot, we also do have a small wooden box made by the looks of it. So that is actually pretty hectic. I'll cut to it right now so you guys can have a look, but that looks pretty cool. Hopefully that gets accepted as well. If it does, then that's going to increase the price of the other Freedom stuff. So there is another reason to be investing in the Freedom sleeping bag for this week. But $3.45, slightly above center store price for sleeping bags, but I still will recommend investing in it. Because I do think it is going to be a safe investment for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the nuclear box, large wooden box skin going for $2.05, and so price for large wooden box skins. Overall, large wooden box skins are actually really quite safe to be investing in. We've only got 1 page out of the 12 pages that are below $2.05, but I really don't think you're going to be making crazy amounts of money off of this item. So for that reason, I'm just going to straight up say it now. I'm not going to recommend investing in it. Overall, I do personally think it is quite an ugly looking skin. Personally, just not my taste. Obviously, each to their own, but I don't think that this is a very standout skin at all. And it has no glow, it has no color. It really doesn't bring much to the table when it comes to people wanting to buy it. So I really don't think the demand's going to be there once this nuclear box leaves the Ross item store, and I'll quickly check what it's at the moment. It is currently the last on the top sellers as well, so clearly a lot of other people must be agreeing with me, or at least they like all of the other skins in this Ross item store more than this nuclear box. So I really don't think that this is going to be a crazy stonker of a skin, but if you do have a small Steam wallet, then it will be a safe investment. But overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in it for this week, because I do think there is better skins to be investing in. Alrighty guys, moving over to the Volcano Furnace, going for $3.45, which is above standard store price for Furnace skins. I really don't like that that's the price that it is, because Furnace skins really aren't the safest investments. We already have 8 pages of Furnace skin, and 4 of those pages are below $3.45. So I really do think that that price shouldn't be as expensive, but obviously they're not actually selling these things for investors. So, okay, looking at the Volcano Furnace, it does look pretty fresh. I'm not 100% sure if it is glowing in the night time, but by the looks of the screenshots, it probably is. If it is, then I do think it's going to be worth more. You guys will see right now whether it's glowing or not. But if it is glowing, then I do think it's definitely going to be worth a lot more than if it's not glowing. If it's not glowing, I'm not going to recommend investing in it. $3.45. I think you can get it cheaper on the community market. But if it is glowing, then I do think that there definitely is potential for this Volcano Furnace to go up in price. So it really does depend on that. I do think that you could probably get it for cheaper on the community market with a buy order. So I would also recommend to do that. But overall, I will also recommend to invest in the Volcano Furnace for this week if it does have the glow. It's actually funny because on the 22nd of the 2nd in 2020, Teddy was actually making a skin very similar to this. I'll show you some screenshots now. And it did have very similar vibes, but I just think that he ended up giving up on it. But overall, I do like some parts of each of these 2 designs. It would have been pretty cool if they kind of worked together and incorporated them both together. I like Le Crempe's lava flow better, but I also liked Teddy's metallic design around the actual outsides. Overall, whether it has a glow or not, I still will recommend investing in it on the community market with a buy order, but I probably wouldn't really invest in it on the Rust item store just because it is already $3.45 and it's going to be a little bit harder to make money off of. But it really does depend on where the demand is at for Rust skins at the moment, but currently it is second on the top sellers. So some people are liking it. If it does have this little glow, then pick one up on the community market on the last day. But if it doesn't, then I wouldn't recommend investing in it. Alrighty guys, this is my cart for this week. It's going to cost me $26.10. I'm getting one of everything except for that large box. I'm not getting that at all just because personally I don't like it. I'm getting 2 of the wooden doors and 3 of the fish heads. So it's going to cost me $26.10. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?